Hey everyone, welcome back to Anxiety Art Adventures. I'm going to be doing a wax video today, and this is going to probably be all over the place. I'm going to show you the waxes that I use and my likes and dislikes about these waxes. I'm also going to show you how to effectively clean out wax from a diamond painting pen. And I'm going to show you how the wax works on regular drills and AB drills. But first and foremost, coffee. Hope everybody grabs a drink, a snack, whatever you like, because this might be a little bit of a lengthy video, so I'm going to take a little bit sip of coffee here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day today. I am. Great day today. I do want to welcome a new member to my YouTube channel, Vicky Nutter. Thank you so much for joining the channel, and I really appreciate your support and all of my channel members' support and my Patreons. It's been awesome. You guys are just great. So thank you so much, Vicky, for joining the channel, and I hope you enjoy all of the perks that you get for being a YouTube member. Okay, so first things first. You've used your pen, you've got wax in your pen, you need to clean out your pen, right? Okay, so what I do, and before I do this, I want to say the key to having your wax not come out of the tip of your pen is to make sure that you start with a very clean tip. I've heard a lot of people say that a lot of waxes are coming out of their pen, and that can happen due to a variety of different things. One, if you're a really hard presser and the wax isn't in there all the way, the wax can come out. But I find the key to keeping your wax in the pen is to make sure that you clean out all of your old wax from the tip of your pen. If you don't, it typically tends to come out more. So what I do is I take a pair of sharp tweezers. Any sharp tweezers will do. Now just be really careful. I go in and I twist the pen and get, I don't know if you can see that. There's a big gunk right there on the tweezer. Take that off, put it in the trash can, and I just keep doing that to get all the wax out of the pen. I know, it's going to be hard to see. My camera isn't going to want to focus. See all that wax on there? Yeah. But that is, to me, the key to having wax stay in your pen. Doesn't matter what wax it is. It could be, a specialty wax. It can be pink wax, blue wax, white wax, whatever. Whatever works for you. I'm trying to think. I had another wax here, and I don't know what I did with it. Well, poo. I should be more prepared. Anyway, I have a white wax somewhere, and I just don't know what I did with it. Anyway, okay. Yeah, so you just clean out your pen really well. Get all the wax out. And this typically will get 99% of the wax out. The other difference I want to tell you about wax and tips are, if you use the brass tips, there's a hole. There's a hole in the tip, and you see there's a little bit of a gap here. Now you'll see, the more you use wax, you'll see wax come down into this clear part because there is a hole in the bottom of the brass tip. So that can gunk it up. The thing to do is just pull the tip out, and you can clean the wax that gets caught up in the plastic part. If you use I use Texas single tips from Patriotic Team. If you use these, there is no hole at the bottom, so it's a lot easier to clean out the tip. That's going to be hard to show you. But I use a variety of different tips. Okay, so got that. Okay, so the first wax I'm going to talk about is your basic pink wax. You get this in pretty much any kit you get, any diamond painting kit that you get. This is just your typical square of pink wax. Now, this wax is different, if you see, in color than the heart-shaped wax that you will get with Diamond Art Clip kits. That means the quality of the wax is better. The darker the wax, the quality of the wax is better. My personal opinion. So the lighter the wax, it's just not as good of a wax. So as you can tell, there's definitely a difference in the color of wax. So I do not use the wax that comes with kits. I have so many of those. I don't use those because they just, in my opinion, they're crap. Okay, so this is the wax you get with pretty much any Diamond Art Club kit. I'm going to put this over to the side for a minute. And what I'm using a coaster. So this wax always has a piece of clear plastic that you have to pull off to get to the wax. I did not know this when I first started diamond painting, so I'm sitting there trying to punch with my pen into the wax, and my husband, he could hear me getting frustrated. He came in here and he was like, Laura, you got to take the plastic off, Shug. You're right. Okay. So anyway, so you take the plastic off. Now I leave the bottom also has a piece of plastic on it. So you could pull it from either side. Okay. I leave the bottom one on. And what I do is I just take my pen and I just push it in and I twist. Leaves a nice hole in the, okay, thanks computer, appreciate it. Leaves a nice hole in the wax. You know, it went all the way through. And then if you see, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, probably not. You've got pink wax in your tip. And you want to make sure that it's filled up all the way. And then what I do to get any extra wax out, I just take a piece of parchment paper and I smush it and turn a little bit to get any excess off that could be there. Okay, so that is the pink wax. Let me put this back on. Put the plastic back on. Okay, so now we're going to get our tray. And let me see if I can zoom y'all in. Zoomy. Okay. Just going to put a few drills in the tray. Love this tray, JH Envision Labs in Silk Mint Green. And this pen is from Enabler's Outpost. Okay, so actually, let me get right on down here in the business for you. Okay, so you want to take, the first time you use wax in a pen, what I do is I take a drill and I press on it and turn. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but there is some wax on the outside of the drill. And it got a little bit stuck. See the wax? Okay. So you just take that, wipe it off, put the drill back in. Now that'll get rid of excess wax so that you're not putting it, you know, on your canvas like that and then having to do it. So then you just take your next drill and it picks up fine. Picks up fine. So, all right. So that is your regular pink wax demonstration. Okay. Now, with multi-placers, I use pink wax or blue wax for that. So let me show that to you. If you hear my cats in the background, I apologize. So you take the plastic off, take your multi-placer. I use the thin white multi-placer. This is a 4-placer. And you just push down, twist a little bit, but not too hard. And then what I do is I pick up the wax and I actually press it into it. Now I keep this bottom plastic on so that it doesn't go through. Okay. And then you just, well, sometimes it wants to go and sometimes it doesn't. So, all right. There we go. So now you've got pink wax in the tip. Now you're going to have excess. So again, I'm going to take my piece of parchment paper and I'm going to smush. You want to press a little bit, but not too hard, because you will break the plastic multi-placers. All right, so there's a little bit on the outside. You wipe that off. And then the other thing I do is I take tweezers and I just scrape it so it's even across the top. There you go. Okay, so now it's full of pink wax. Good to go. Now, with multi-placing, I only use pink wax, blue wax, or Nacho Mama's mud. Those are the ones that I use for multi-placing. So yeah. Okay, let me get you back up a little bit. Okay, so that is your pink wax that you get from Diamond Art Club. I don't use the pink wax very often, to be really honest with you, because I find there are other waxes that are better. Okay, so this is blue wax. Now, it's the same exact thing as the pink wax, except I feel like this is a more durable wax and it lasts longer in my pen. Now, I use this in my multi-placers here and there. And I do use it sometimes for single placing. You get these from Star Ore. I'll have all the links down below. It comes in a box of, I think it's 20, 30 of these. And you get a whole bunch of them, last you for a very long time. But this is where I get my blue wax from. I know there are other places, but that's where I get them from, is Star Ore. So that is blue wax. Now, there's also white wax, and I had a sample of white wax, and I don't know what I did with it. It's basically the same as the blue wax. Now, I will say the pink, the blue, and the white wax, they are all silicone-based waxes. So the consistency is kind of like a hard gel. They're sticky, but they're not the same consistency as a specialty wax. Most specialty waxes are either beeswax, paraffin wax, what's the other wax? All kinds of different waxes, but most of the specialty waxes are not silicone based. So anyway, so pink, blue, and white wax are silicone based waxes. And they work fine. They work fine. They just don't last as long as some other waxes, in my opinion. Okay. So we've got our tray of drills here. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is patty wax. Now, I have a bunch of patty wax. When patty wax first came out, I was obsessed with patty wax. I bought so much patty wax, y'all don't even know how much patty wax I have. I have so much patty wax. It's silly. Okay, so I want to show you the different types of patty wax that are available and what I do to use patty wax without scraping it. So when you order a normal block of patty wax, it looks like this. It comes in a block like that. Now, normally what you have to do is you take the block out. And you can tell I've used it. So you scrape your pen on it. That's the front. Usually there are embellishments in the wax. So you would take your pen, another pen from Patriotic Beauty. You take your pen and you scrape. And you get these little rivers of wax. And you just keep doing that. Hello, Zoe. What is it? And you just keep doing that until you get a bunch on your pen like that. And then you push it on the parchment paper. And you just keep doing that until you fill your pen. I don't really care to do it that way. I don't like scraping. I mean, it works, but come on, camera. How long has my camera been out of focus? I wonder. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I just don't care for scraping. It's kind of a pain. Patty wax it's a good wax. I like it. I use it a lot. But you have to make sure that it's warm for it to, be malleable enough to go in your pen. You can sit on it. You can, I actually stick mine on a plate and I can microwave it for like 10, 12 seconds. That does it. So yeah, so that's what a normal pad of patty wax looks like. And like I said, that's how I put it in my pen to get it down in the pen. Okay, same thing with the drill. You're going to get a drill and you're going to press and turn. And you might be able to see some wax come out on it. I don't think I've filled it up enough. But anyway, so that will get excess wax off. And then you just wipe your tip like that. Okay, so that's the normal way to use a block of patty wax. Okay, and it smells great. This is apple. All of her scents are just awesome. She uses a high quality fragrance, excuse me, high quality fragrance oil. I know that because I make wax as well. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to show you is, I'll get to that in a minute. This is super sticky patty wax. I've got to put my pens to the side. Now, you cannot use this wax very effectively in multi-placers, in my opinion. It's too dense of a wax. It's very hard, and it's hard to get it in your multi-placer. So I don't recommend using this for multi-placer. It also will not put the drills down evenly when I use it. If anyone else has a different experience, please let me know. Now this is super sticky patty wax. I got it in a tin that says, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Isn't that cute? And as you can see, I've used this quite a bit. I really like super sticky patty wax. It's the same, I fill it the same way as I would, let me find another pen here. Okay. It's another Patriotic Beauty team pen. Same way in a tin. You just have to scrape it. And push. And then you put it back on your coaster. And you push. And get the excess. I just put that back in there. Smush it down. So yeah, there is your super sticky patty wax. Same way, you just, take a drill, push down, twist, get the excess wax off. So there you go. You can see the pen tip is full of wax. This stuff is great. I'll tell you, it doesn't want to let go of your drills. The other thing I want to tell you is pink and blue wax usually lasts me, I diamond paint. I try to diamond paint for about, I try to do like 2 hours if I can a day. If I can't, it's usually about an hour. But I can usually go through about, I say about 3 or 4 sessions diamond painting with pink or blue wax. With patty wax, I usually have to, with the normal patty wax, I usually have to replace this after about 2 hours of constant use. And I'll be really honest with you, that's really pretty typical for a specialty wax. A silicone wax is going to last a lot longer than a beeswax or paraffin-based wax. It's just, or a soy wax. It's just the consistency of the wax and the genetic makeup of the wax. So yeah, about 2 hours. I have to swap this out about every 2 hours. With the patty wax, super sticky, this lasts me a little bit longer than the normal patty wax. I usually have to swap this out every day. So I typically use the super sticky over the normal patty wax. And this is also super sticky patty wax. I just wanted to show you the different types of containers that they come in. Now, Robin, who owns Patty Wax, she changes her containers out all the time. She has awesome different tins that you can choose from, but you got to be quick with the fingers because she sells out quick. I actually put a notification up to be notified when she came off of vacation, which was today. Well, y'all won't see this the day that happens, but and I went in there and I bought two patty wax blocks. I had 3 in there, but one of them got carjacked. So you got to be really quick with buying her things. So yeah, so those are super sticky containers right there. This is a smaller pad of wax. If you see, it's a smaller block. It's not as thick. It's not, not as big. This came in a square tin with some other goodies that I got from her last year. So, and I really like the smell for snow. I wish she would come out with that again. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and this is a sample of patty wax. Sometimes she'll put samples in. I don't know if she's still doing that, but I know she did last year when I was buying a whole lot of patty wax. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a patty wax hack, because I like to just be able to punch my pen in and go. Okay, so this is Pearberry patty wax. This is one of my favorites. Now, as you can tell, I used it quite a bit. You can see all the scrapes there. Yeah, quite a bit. So what I do, oh, hold on. I didn't grab my most important thing. One moment, please. Okay, I'm back. Had to grab the knife. I would use my Melly machete, but I don't want to mess it up and get wax on it, so I take a really old knife that I have in the kitchen. Okay, so what I do, you know, be very careful doing this. Very careful. I take it and I just take a thin piece off the end. Let's hope I don't break the knife. And I just cut a small piece off the end like that. Be very careful getting it off. Okay, there we go. Put that back in the bag. And I have a video of this patty wax hack. I'll put that up in the eye so you can see that. Okay, so now you've got this teeny little sliver of, of patty wax. So I'm going to take my pen here. This one is empty. This is another Patriotic Team pen. And all you got to do is punch through it. Just twist. And you want to make sure this is on a hard surface when you do this. There you go. There's the hole. And the pen is full of wax. So that is my patty wax hack. And then I have little baggies and I put the scent on it. So I just put this in a little baggie and keep it on my desk so that way I can just use it that way instead of having to scrape off the patty wax. So that is patty wax. And then same thing with your drill. You just want to take a drill and you want to press it. Oh yeah, that one got lots of good wax. I don't know if you can. You see all the wax coming off the end of it right there? Yeah. So you just want to take that off and then just get all that extra wax off. You can use your finger, you can use paper towel, whatever you want to use. Okay, so now you're good to go with a normal drill. Okay, safety first, put that away. But see, it leaves a residue on the knife. So what I do, and I specifically use this knife for wax, so I usually just put a little Goo Gone on it and that'll take it off. Okay. All right, so I'm trying to make sure I keep all my pens straight here that I've used. Okay. So that is patty wax. Really like patty wax. You just, if I didn't come up with this hack for that, I probably wouldn't use that as much because I just don't like scraping, and it has to be a certain temperature for it to scrape well. But doing it this way, cutting off a sliver and just punching your pen through it, works fabulous. Okay, so that's patty wax. How many of you have patty wax and use it and like it? Let me know. Excuse me. And tell me down in the comments below, what is your favorite wax to use? Okay, now this next wax I use here and there. This is from a shop on Etsy called Metalheads. I don't know if they're still selling it. I looked and it looks like they've been on vacation for a little bit. But anyway, this is a specialty wax. This one's called Unicorn in a Blender. And it comes in this little 7-gram container. And you scrape it. You can see I've been scraping it. So here, I'll take this one. This is a pen from Jim's Handmade Pen Shop. Same thing, you scrape it, get a bunch of wax. Okay, see, so it's like all like that on your pen. So like I said, you just take this, smush it down, and then any extra I just put back in there and smush it back into the container. Now this is, from what I can tell, this is probably a beeswax based wax. So you take your drill, press on it. You see the excess wax sticking out. So yep, take that out. And then just wipe your pen. The reason you want to take a drill first and press on it is A, to get the excess wax out, and then also to mold the wax in your tip to the shape of the drill. That really helps. But again, the key to, in my opinion, is to make sure your drill tip is very clean when you put wax in it. This will last me usually about an hour to 2 hours before I have to change it out. And again, like I said, most specialty waxes, you're going to have to change it out more frequently because the wax tends to get brittle and dry once air hits it. With silicone wax, it doesn't do that because it's silicone. Yeah. All right, so that is Metalheads, and they're on Etsy. And again, I'll have all of this down below. Okay. This one is Whimsical Daisies on Etsy. This is Nacho Mama's Mud. I absolutely love this stuff. Oh, and this, you do not want to use this in your multi-placer. It's too dense. Same, like I said, with patty wax. I love Nacho Mama's Mud. I buy quite a bit of it, and I'm only showing you 3 different containers of it, just to show you the different sizes and, you know, old packaging versus new packaging. So this is a 5 gram, 3 gram, 5 gram. I can't remember. I'm sure Beth will tell me down below. This is called Plain Jane. Now, this has a consistency of a silicone wax. Oh wait, that already has wax in it. Hold on, sorry. Need to use a different pen. This is my beautiful Patriotic Team pen. This has a consistency of silicone. I don't know what this wax is made of, to be honest with you. But it's very soft and squishy, and it's very, very, very easy to get in your pen. I like it a lot. So you just, you know, get some. This is an older container too. Eventually it will dry out, but this takes a really long time to do that. So you got a big gunk of it here, and you just press it on into the pen. Get that off. Oh, I dropped them in the tray. That happens. And then you just press it down. Kitty, you're not going to touch my diamond painting. All right, just make sure. There we go. All right. But yeah, I love this stuff. It's great because you can use it for single placer and for multi-placer. All right, so not too much on this one. A little bit, but not too much. Okay. And this wax will last me a good couple of days, just so you know. This stuff is great. So this was the old container, the way she used to package it last year. Same with this one. This is, are we in Florida? I mean, you can tell I use the heck out of this stuff. And I also use this for multi-placer. So with the multi-placer, I need to find an empty multi-placer here. This one's empty. Skylar, hold on. Get. Okay. So with the multi-placer, you just kind of have to maneuver it around a little bit, but it will get in there. And then you just get a chunk of it, smush it on the end, and then I'm telling you, parchment paper and a coaster work excellent. And then you just rock it back and forth. Be careful though, don't put too much pressure because you will break it. Now you're going to have a lot of excess on the outside, but that's okay. I'll just take that. All right, and then I take my tweezer and I just go across the top and the side. And there you go. Good to go. Sorry, I'm getting all the excess wax off. There you go. And this, I keep this in multi-placers, like all the time. This is primarily what I use in all of my multi-placers. So yes, so that is Nacho Mama's Mud, Whimsical Daisies on Etsy. I will of course have the link down below. And this is the new packaging. I'll be really honest, I like this packaging. Whoops. I like this packaging better. I like the twist off containers. I feel like the wax lasts a little bit longer in those containers. The new container is a plastic, just pop off top. This one is Through the Woods. It smells so good. It smells like pine. And I have used this quite a bit already. I just got this, I think, a couple weeks ago. But I do like the old containers. And I know people change containers for a variety of different reasons, you know, cost, you know, availability. Believe me, I know shook. So, yeah, Nacho Mama's Mud. Really like this stuff. Okay. And I'll have that link down below. Okay, now, this is called a Pretty Placer. If you're not familiar with this, this is a wax crayon. Comes in, you know, comes in a box like that. It says Pretty Placers. They're on Etsy. Just says diamond painting crayon. This one is Crackling Fireplace. And it looks like just a normal crayon. You know, a normal crayon. Now, these, I use these for ABs particularly. And you can use them for regular drills. You just, you know, pick up the drill like that. Now, of course, you can only single place with these. And as they, excuse me, as they wear down, you have to sharpen them. Let's see, do I have one that isn't sharp? So I can show you how to sharpen it. Yeah, okay. So this one is my raspberry lemonade. What I do, and these are very hard to get on Etsy, just so you know. You have to really be on top of it if you want to get these. I don't, like I said, I don't use these very often. I use them for AB drills. They're really good at picking those up. Rhinestone specialty drills, that kind of thing. But here I have it's just a regular sharpener, but it's got an actual crayon sharpening hole here. See how much bigger it is? And then a regular pencil there. So you just stick your crayon in. Now you want to peel the paper back enough so that enough wax gets into the sharpener. And you just take this and you gently turn it. And it should come out just like that. And see, it's getting sharp. And you've got a big thing of wax right there. And I just do that until I get it to, there you go. That's a good, nice tip. Now with these, the sharper the tip, the easier it's going to be to place your drill accurately. So the more blunt they get, yes, they'll still pick up your drill, but you'll have a harder time placing it on the canvas because you're not going to be able to see as well the little tiny space that it goes in. So I like to keep these pretty sharp, as you can tell. So yeah, so these are great for single placing and for specialty drills. But like I said, they're very hard to come by. So if you want these, you definitely need to favorite her shop on Etsy. And as soon as you get notification that they're available, you definitely need to get them because they sell out in minutes. So yeah, Stitcherista uses these and really likes them because she only single places all of her diamonds. So yeah. Okay, so that's pretty placers. Okay. They come in these like little cardboard things. I will say the scent fades over time with these pretty quickly. What are you doing? Please stop. Cats are being super extra today. Okay. And the other thing I want to show you is what you can do, which I've done before. Let me find another pen. Here, we'll use this one. So what I do is if you want to just use this wax in your pen, you can just take it on the bottom and you can scrape out some of the wax and put it in your single placer tip if you want to do that. Like that. Same thing. Put it down here on the parchment paper, squish it, get it in there. And doing it this way, it doesn't last as long as the crayon. I mean, I've never had the crayon not pick up a drill. The crayon always stays sticky. But when I put it in a drill tip like this, it usually stays sticky for about a day. And then I have to change it out. So yeah, but it does, smell it? Raspberry lemonade. It smells fabulous. Fabulous. And she does usually, or I'm sorry, not she. I think it's a family that does it. But they usually do like seasonal scents. Okay. All right, so I showed you that. That's pretty placer. Okay, now I have all these pens I need to put away. All right, now I'm going to show you glue dots. I really like glue dots, and I'm going to tell you why. And I've heard a lot of people say that the glue dots come out of their pen. I have not had that experience. Now, I've used them in a brass tip I've also used them in a stainless steel tip. So I'm not really sure why it comes out unless, I don't know, unless it's just you're not putting it in far enough or what. Anyway, okay, so these are glue dots. These are micro dots for fine detailing. And again, I'll have the link down below, but you want to make sure they're the fine detailing ones, the little teeny tiny ones. Okay, and they come on a roll. When you open the roll, the glue is on the inside. And it's going to be hard to show you, but they're little teeny, all right, there you go. You see the little dots on the wax paper? Okay, so what I do, some people use 2, I use 3. So they can be finicky. So I've got one dot on my finger. I know you can't see that. Hold on. There's a second one. Get it off my nail. So now I've got 2 dots together. There's the third one. So now you've got 3 dots, and you just want to roll them together into a ball. Sometimes I use 4. It just depends. But you want to really make sure you roll them so that they are stuck together. Okay? And then you want to put the little wad of glue into your pen tip and push it in there. You can use tweezers, press it down. Okay. Same thing, you want to put it on parchment paper and squish it in there. Really make sure you get it good and tight in there. Okay. So I know you probably can't see that very well, but it's in there. And let me tell you what, this stuff, I've had one glue dot in a pen. Which pen was it? Whoops, sorry. I don't have the pen here. Oh, yes, I do. I've had one glue dot in my little mini pen here for 2 weeks. Haven't changed it. Still sticks. It's crazy. And the good thing about the glue dots are there's no residue on, even when you press, there's no residue on the drill. Like none at all. And when you pull that, it just comes right on off. Now, if you see where some of the glue is coming away from the tip, I just press it back down like that. But I've never had the glue actually come out of the tip before. I know some people have said that they have. I have not experienced that. But I always, like I said, I always make sure your tip is very clean before you put any wax, any new wax in it. That really helps. And always make sure that it is really filled and pressed down into the tip. So, yeah. So those are the things that I use, wax related. Yeah, so we've got, let me pull you back up. Yeah, this mat, y'all. I really don't like this new mat. All right, so you've got your patty wax. I showed you the patty wax hack. You've got your pink and blue wax. You've got your metalheads wax, and you've got your Nacho Mama's mud and your glue dots. Now, like I said, I usually use, on a daily basis, I use the Nacho Mama's mud in my multi-placers. Daily basis. I use the micro dots. What I do, I know this sounds silly, but I usually have like 5 or 6 pens loaded with different things. Like I'll have a couple of pens loaded with patty wax. I'll have a couple of pens loaded with Nacho Mama's mud, single placer. And then I'll have a couple of pens loaded with micro dots. And it just depends on what I want to use. And that way too, when you have a wax that runs out, you can just grab another pen that's already loaded, and you don't have to sit there and worry about it. So yeah. So those are the waxes that I use and how I use them, and what I think of them. My dislikes, like I said, I went over those a little bit. The pink and the blue wax, they don't last very long, and with them being silicone, I mean, everything's going to have chemicals and toxins in them, I guess, but silicone in particular, it's not great for the environment, and it's not good for recycling. Patty wax is great. It smells fabulous. It's just a real pain in the butt to scrape. But once you just cut a piece off of the block and just punch a hole in it, you can use it like other waxes. And the super sticky lasts a lot longer than the normal patty wax, so that's good. The metalheads specialty wax, the downfall is of any specialty wax, it just doesn't last very long, but it smells good, and it lasts for a little bit. And I don't mind changing out my pen if I'm using a more environmental friendly wax, B, that I'm purchasing wax from small businesses to help them. So I don't really mind changing out the wax. Same with Nacho Mama's Mud. I would say out of all of these, Nacho Mama's Mud is probably my favorite specialty wax. I really like it. It's very soft. It's easy to get in and out of a pen. And you can use it with multi-placers. The microdots, they're great, except downfall, they're glue. So it's not really environmentally friendly. But it will definitely last you a long time. So, all right. So I hope this helps some of you that have been asking me some questions about the wax that I use. I did choose not to show you my wax, WeWax, primarily because I'm not selling it right now. There, I showed it to you. It just got to be a little too much for me by myself to do all of it. So what I've decided to do is I am going to sell WeWax again. I am going to sell it the first Friday of every month. So starting in April, which I think, when is that? The first Friday in April is April the 2nd. So April the 2nd, I will have WeWax available in the shop. And like I said, going forward, it will be the first Friday of every month. I just couldn't keep up doing it every week because there's so much involved with getting the finished product to you. It's not just make wax and throw it up on Etsy. You got to make the wax. You got to let it set. You've got to, test it, make sure it works well. Then you have to, label it. Sticker on the top, label on the bottom. Then you have to write out all the labels. Then you have to package everything. It's definitely a process, and it's lengthy, especially when you have 30, 40, 50 tins sitting in front of you, and it can be daunting. And then all of the USPS labels and the order sheets. I do think going forward, I'm not going to print order sheets anymore. I used to print like a receipt with every order, but I feel like it's such a huge waste of paper. I really want to cut down on my paper printing. So I'll probably just include a thank you card, a little, thank you business card in with every order. But yes, so I talked to my husband, and I've decided I am going to sell WeWax the first Friday of every month, and it will be starting April the 2nd. So we'll see how that goes for me, and hopefully it won't stress me out to the point that it did last time. That was pretty bad. So yeah, And I do appreciate everyone's support of WeWax, and I appreciate everyone's messages about, you know, do what's best for me, and, you know, a lot of people hoping that it comes back into the shop. So I definitely appreciate all of your support and your kind thoughts about that. So that will start April 2nd. So yeah, so that is my wax video. I know it's kind of all over the place, but these are the waxes that I use, and you know, my likes and dislikes of each one. So I hope that helps you. So please, in the comments below, let me know what wax you prefer. What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? And be honest. It can be any wax, my wax, whoever's wax. Just be honest, because I'll be really frank with you. When people are honest with their opinions, it really helps people that make wax. You know, suggestions on how to make it better. So if you're honest with your opinions, it really helps the maker of the wax. So just wanted to throw that out there. So I hope everybody has a fabulous, fabulous rest of your week. And again, I hope this helped you a little bit. I know it helps me to kind of lay all this out here and see all of it. I have a problem with collecting wax, as I do collecting a lot of things. I've recently been starting to collect trays, y'all. That's going to be a whole nother video for another time. But anyway, hope everybody has a great week, and I will see you again very, very soon. Thanks, guys.